Good day, everyone. As I'm sure you can tell, you're going to be getting a bit of Franken content this week. When we went to record the podcast, Rage's internet went out. Due to other things going on this week, we were unable to reschedule and do a regular live recording. But no fear, we will continue without missing a single week, just because we have so much stuff in the bank. The clips from today's show came from various shows in... looks like March and April, so we've still got several months worth of Franken content to go in case this happens again, or we decide that we need to take a vacation or something. The outro song you will hear today is different from the usual Kevin MacLeod fare. I was browsing around on OC Remix and found the song you'll be hearing today, which is Tetris Linear Groove by Ben Briggs. So I hope you enjoy. I might throw some more OC Remix stuff in on the either regular recordings or on more Franken episodes. There's a lot of good music out there, and while we enjoy Kevin MacLeod, and he has been a staple of the show for forever at this point, since literally the inception, take an opportunity to throw a little new music in. I hope you enjoy. Alright, everybody, that will do it for this pre-roll. Now let's get the spooky music that denotes a Franken episode. Bye-bye now.
I was a little concerned because there was a brush fire not far from me, and I was worried, it was going to be a major forest fire, but it looks like it was self-contained on a hillside. Yeah, only burnt down a couple of homes, so, no big deal there. I'll wait.
But, just maybe?
Well, I was more bracing for, where I live in, like the major river valley of my state. And whenever there's a forest fire in the valley, just because of how winds in the atmosphere is here, it kind of just settles into the valley. And when you're allergic to the plants, it sucks.
Yeah.
On top of, just general kind of watery eyes and itchy throat, that sort of thing. I mean, I'm nowhere near your levels, unless the entire forest is disassembled vacuum cleaners.
A forest of vacuum cleaners, a forest of Dysons or Hoovers.
No, that would be a dam of Hoovers.
Nice.
But yeah. I saw the article pop up on my news feed talking about it, and I thought, oh, well, that was what was going on. I mean, they pulled something like 6 or 7 fire departments around the area, which is pretty major because the fire departments have a pretty wide territory here. Because they're pretty spread out,
Yeah.
So the fact that they pulled that many for that type of fire really says something. I haven't gone through with like Google Street View to take a look at the exact area yet, but it's rather charred. I'm actually shocked that I didn't lose power because the power lines are right there. Matter of fact, yeah. Here, let me send you a link. I realize I'm delaying the show, but oh well.
Is this kind of like what happened to me a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when we had all those huge fires in the Smoky Mountains, and there was like smoke and fog for like a week from that?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Because the last time it happened really badly, it was when I was still in high school.
Yeah.
And the entire valley was just hazy for like 2 weeks. So you could see my fear about that,
Yeah. What happens if one of the coal mines catches on fire? Is everyone just fucked? Black lung for everyone.
Well, there's a town in Pennsylvania that a coal seam actually caught on fire, and it's still smoldering like 60 years later.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty charred landscape.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I know where that is. I could get it up on Google Street View, but let's see. There's the mine fire. Since you were asking.
Just go back over here. Oh, dang. Could continue to burn for over 250 years.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's try right there. Oh, no, that's not it.
10 people still living there. Why would 10 people want... Maybe they just have to monitor. Maybe there are people monitoring it.
No, they're stupid.
It's either one of those two things.
To give you an idea... oh, yeah. This is it. This is a street view from the for the Metro News article. Take a look around. Told you I knew where it was.
Yeah. Everything's not all burned. Obviously, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, but take a look at what. Take a look at the utility lines.
They're covered in trees.
Not anymore.
Well, some of them had some leaves on them still, or brush, or burned something.
Mm-hmm.
Right, close that.
Yeah, that's. They think it was a motorist. A new version of Amazon Music is available, but they think a motorist with a cigarette, which, seems likely for this area.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, right?
Yeah, that'd be a likely explanation around here too. Motorist with a cigarette.
An excellent sink. We're off to a good start.
Woohoo! Was it a kitchen sink or a bathroom sink? Take a sip of my hot beverage.
My hot beverage has been consumed for over an hour now. I'm rather proud of how it looked. I actually posted it online.
Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty.
It was a mocha.
Delicious. Okie dokie.
Which I need to make more cold brew. And I realized I needed to make more, and I didn't have time to do it before recording. So I'm going to be back to the old grind afterwards.
Back to the old grind.
Yeah, I'm going to load up Warframe.
I was about to say fitting, since we're going to be talking about a looter shooter again today.
Well, I'm getting hungry because I mentioned pancakes, and I have my new cast iron skillet sitting on the range, just waiting to be used tomorrow morning. It's not hot, but
I'm going to skip food so I don't spike my blood sugar while I sleep. And then just go to sleep. No.
Well, don't forget to go check your blood sugar.
Yeah, I'll do that real quick before bed.
Go stab yourself a couple times.
It's just part of my daily routine. Multiple stabbings.
Yeah, shame you aren't into that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts so good.
Make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. It hurts so good.
New Humble Bundle just came up.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here looking at the timer, and I had an alert on that phone. Bamco Namco bundle. Actually, a couple interesting things in it. Hey, Humble Bundle actually made a game bundle.
Yay, they did it.
Yeah, I would say the $1 tier is actually pretty worth it for Enslaved. That was an interesting game. I don't recognize Impact Winter, though. Looks like it's a survival game.
Yeah, I don't recognize that game either.
Well, it's a Bamco Namco game, so yeah. It has that going for it, which is nice. Well, I think we're going to go dream of pancakes. I'm starting to think that, my usual routine of, it's 1:46, of having a small breakfast is not working out because I had a bigger breakfast this morning and I didn't eat lunch because I wasn't hungry.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm a two-meal guy now. The other option is also French toast. French toast also sounds good.
French toast does sound good.
Also with maple syrup.
Indeed. I'm not going to have any.
Don't worry, I'll have your portion.
Okay, good. You enjoyed that.
It says, hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Gotta get the Franken content in, huh?
Yep, absolutely. Got to pile that stuff up.
Yeah, it looks like Independence Day's pretty much $4 everywhere except for Stars, where it's a subscription model.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I found that just randomly typing one day, trying to figure out, okay, can I watch? I think it was actually Good Eats. Wanting to watch the old Alton Brown cooking show. It's like, where can I watch this? And it triggered that. And I thought, oh, that's neat. So I started typing in various shows.
Fancy. Yeah, I like that. I'll have to use that next time I'm trying to find something. Okie dokie. Have you got Audacity up?
Bringing it up now. And I misclick and hit Vegas Pro, so that's going to take a moment. It's like Vegas Pro and Audacity right next to one another on my quick launch menu.
Ooh. Didn't realize I had cards to farm. Been a while since I fired up ASF.
I guess I should fire up as well. Don't have anything better to do, right?
Yeah. I was just thinking, I haven't fired it up in a while. I haven't gotten any games that have cards, but maybe something has added cards.
Well, I had to download it or download an update for me. So
ASF is very, very good, dear listener. What does ASF stand for?
Archie Steam Farm.
Yeah. If you're listening to this, that's a Franken episode bit, and you don't get all the Steam trading cards out of your games, you can use this to mine the cards in the background while you do other stuff, and then sell them on the marketplace for monies. Yeah, it's not tons of money, but over time it adds up.
Oh, hang on. Because I changed my mobile authenticator, I have to re-enter my password, which it seems a lot scarier than what it really is.
Adjusting my mic. Excuse me.
Oh, and of course, I hit it just as my authentication key ends. So I have 5 games that it needs to idle. So yeah, it's going to sit there for a while. So you can go over there, sit on the taskbar, do your thing. It's and it's kind of fitting that we're farming right now, isn't it?
Indeed. Yeah. Because Stardew Valley's the game club game for April, which, whenever this episode or this Franken part comes out, you'll know that, listener. But,
Well, it could be in the distant future, and they didn't know that.
That's very true. It's very true.
That's the odd thing about pre-recorded content is that the time element and the timing element is always subjective. Well, what may be timely to us may be ancient history to them.
That's very true.
Who knows? They may have dug up a hard drive somewhere that had one of the copies of the podcast, and we're in a museum.
Yeah, if you're hundreds of years in the future, or if this is an alien civilization that's found
we're
itself
sorry.
Or we've nuked ourselves, we're very sorry for what we did, for all the things that we did.
To be fair, we didn't vote for him.
No, we did not. Oh. Although we could have done some other thing, depending on where we are in the future.
True. But then we could just actively say, we didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
We were the vocal minority that were completely ignored.
I was very vocal. Unless I lost my voice again because my allergies were too bad.
Then you just gesture wildly.
Yeah. Lots of middle fingers.
I don't think that's an approved English hand gesture, or for the vocally impaired, the hearing impaired.
I think everybody knows what it means, though. I'm not sure. There might be a culture that doesn't know what the middle finger is. But I'm not going to Google that right now because I've already been down two Google tangents already.
Well, I'm trying to think of. Damn it! Now I'm blanking on it. I remember. I think it was actually on Mystery Hour at one point. They were talking about just various hand gestures that were rude in some cultures.
Well, I know that doing like the symbol for okay, like where you touch your thumb to your middle finger, I believe it's in Australian culture that's like calling somebody an asshole.
Well, I know in one of the Mystery Science Theater movies that they covered, it was essentially like a middle finger.
Yeah.
I don't think it was an Australian movie, though. For one, I could actually understand most of the characters. Not their motivation, but their dialogue.
Good night, Mike.
Except when they were singing. Their singing was horrible. It was a German movie. It was a German movie that, it was kind of a weird one. And actually one of my favorites for Mystery Science Theater. And hey, more Franken content. It was originally going to be a horror movie. But as it was in production, E.T. came out. You know, this little unknown movie that nobody knows about now.
Yeah.
So they decided to completely re-edit it and add in essentially a subplot of a cute one of the monsters being buddy-buddy with this little German boy. And it's about as juxtaposed as you could imagine. And also, for some reason, it looks sort of like, a prototype for Alf.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I would highly suggest go check out the Mystery Science Theater version of Pod People.
The Pod People. That sounds familiar.
It's one of the more infamous Mystery Science Theaters. It's right up there with Manos, The Hands of Fate. Which I realize that's basically saying hands of fate.
I've never seen this movie, but I believe that I've seen it talked about on either Red Letter Media or a podcast that I listen to. Like this looks familiar.
Oh, you're looking at the alien?
Yeah.
You can see what I meant by like a prototype low rent Alf.
Right? There's some breasts exposed for our pleasure.
Well, they had like that
the third line down.
Oh, they had that edited out of the Mystery Science Theater episode. Turns out they cut out the best part.
Yep. It's just like a very cropped picture of a lady with her breasts exposed sitting on some guy's lap and he's groping her. But the nipple is clearly visible. It's very lewd content. Oh, there's a butt. Oh, there's some more breasts. I think that by like the fifth or sixth line of images, we're on something else.
Most likely.
I suppose it's possible. It was the 80s. They were trying to make like a B movie.
Or it may be you're onto another movie that's Pod People.
Maybe. Is there a movie? So there's Invasion of the Pod People.
Yeah, well, that's different.
And then just Pod People. So maybe the breasts exposed for our pleasure are an Invasion of the Pod People, because this has got a very seductive lady on the front cover.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not. That's definitely not the movie I remember.
She's coming out of an egg that looks like the eggs from Alien.
Nope.
Where the facehuggers spawn. She's wrapped in tentacles, and her breasts are mostly exposed for our pleasure. But I guess because this is supposed to be the front cover, she's covering her nips.
Nope, that's that sounds like a lot better movie.
Can't be having those nips now.
No, I'm looking at the Google images for Pod People, and the first one with the essentially the Alf with the anteater instead of the typical Alf head is essentially that's the aliens with the kind of porkly German kid.
Yeah. Yeah, like I see that image that you're talking about. But
Yeah,
at
but you're
least from my search results, pretty quickly we get into breasts exposed for our pleasure.
Well, that's just because of your internet history.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, here's someone shooting a nun. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
I don't see that, so
Oh, I've scrolled. I've scrolled pretty far down now at this point.
I start to see Trump. Well, to be fair, that's not far off because they call the alien Trumpy. I'm not joking.
Oh my god!
No. The kid actually calls the alien Trumpy. So actually, that makes sense. It took me a moment to remember that.
Well, there's a toy vagina. What in the world does? I can't follow this line farther. I can't keep going. We got to record a podcast. My voice is going to give out eventually. I just can't keep following this thread for now. I'll look into it later for scientific and research purposes, of course.
Of course.
All right.
And definitely not a purchase.
No, definitely not.
Okay. And while I'm at it, may as well get some background of music going.
Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. Call me when you're ready. Hope that I wake up.
Okay, hang on. Let me unlock my phone. And
are you gonna call me right now?
Nah. You caught on to it. I see if I didn't have if I wasn't sipping my tea. I actually have it set up where it will unlock via face recognition. So it's actually been a lot easier for me to unlock my phone.
Nice. I might wind up just pulling my Craig recording because since we've been recording, I've paused to cough once and then sneeze once. And if that's the rate we're going to go for, there's going to be a lot of editing on my end this week to get out all of the nasty noises.
Or you just do generate silence.
What do you mean generate silence?
Well, if you want to get rid of all the nasty noises.
Oh, yeah.
Wait for you to get it.
All right, now that meanness is out of the way.
On to other meanness, right?
What lead up would that be?
So tell me something I don't know.
Right. So do you know the difference between mono and polychromatic timekeeping? Of course you don't, because you just said before you started with Craig, I might regret this, but I don't know what that is. So there's two different sort of general, I'm doing air quotes here, standards for timekeeping. Monochromatic, which is what the United States in general observes, which is that if you tell someone, I'm going to be there at 7 o'clock or, 7 p.m., we expect someone to be there
now I know what this is.
Within 5 minutes or so, either direction. So you get there 5 or 10 minutes early, 5 or 10 minutes late. That's close enough for it to be 7 o'clock. In a lot of more laid back countries, Central, South America, large parts of Europe, I'm not sure on Asia on this one, they observe what is called polychromatic timekeeping.
What, so you think someone who's laid back?
Probably not. They're probably very monochromatic. But if you tell someone you're going to be there at 7 p.m., that means that you could be there anytime at or after 7 p.m. up to a few hours, and that's still close enough to be, all right, they were here at 7. Something that lots of Central American and European countries do is that they will double book appointments. And it's okay that you have 2 appointments at 11 o'clock. You just tell them, I had another appointment at 11 o'clock, and they will understand that it just so happened that you got to this one second as opposed to first. Whereas in the United States, if you do that, that's a huge social faux pas. You don't have 2 things scheduled at the same time on purpose because we observe monochromatic time as a society generally.
Yeah, after about like 2 sentences, like, oh yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah.
I just didn't recognize the name for it.
monochromatic and polychromatic timekeeping standards. So there you go. And the lead up for this conversation was that we were talking about honey being sold by weight instead of volume. And Rage taught me something I didn't know.
Twice,
yeah. But whenever someone says, tell me something I don't know, I typically try and tell them something I don't think that they don't know. And then they stop saying that to me because they don't like me explaining them things like they're dumb. One of my coworkers yelled at me the other day when I did that. Well, she didn't actually yell at me. We have a very...
Yeah, while I'm switching microphones because we're doing this pre-recording.
We have a very, we have one of those relationships, one of those friendships where it's like you just pick on each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's mean to me all the time and I'm mean back to her. And everyone looks at us like we're crazy, but we get along better than just about anybody else in the office. But she did that the other day. And then I told her about timekeeping. And she looked at me and she went, just shut the fuck up. She's like, you know what I mean. And I was like, no, I don't know what you mean. You said tell me something you don't know. So I told you something I didn't think you knew. And then she called me a smart ass. And I just nodded in agreement. Anyways.
You should have went, I'm better now. I'm a dumbass. Woo, MAGA!
Yeah, we don't bring up politics at the office very much.
Gee, you can't imagine why.
As far as I know, nobody there likes Trump. But I'm sure there's a few, and it's just better to not.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
Actually, I did discover something with a certain electronic device. Let's see if I can get it to do it on my phone. What? Oh, no. Because I'm in podcast recording mode, it's muted everything. I found it amusing. I'm simple at times.
Yeah.
Recite pi to 200 digits.
The first 200 decimal digits of pi are 3.1415926535897932384626433837950288419716.
She goes on for a minute.
I would imagine.
I'll cancel that. I just found it amusing that it went to 200.
How far out can you go? Is 200 the limit?
200 is the limit.
Okay.
Believe me, I spent about 10 or 15 minutes testing that. I was bored. What can I say?
I understand. I have been that bored at times to do things like that.
Plus, it doesn't help that I can just say, okay, 50 digits. Okay, that works. 60.
I would have approached that differently. I would have been like, 1,000. No, 500.
Well, after I went to like 75, I jumped up to 500, and then she just started rounding. So then I slowly backed it back down. It was just one of those things. I wondered, what was the limit?
Can you take it to the limit one more time? That's the limit right there. Everyone wants me to shut up right now.
Oh, just right now.
Well, All right.
Whenever you just break out into song, from now on, I'm just going to imagine you as Ruby Rod from The Fifth Element.
Yes. Yes. That makes me happy.
Because, I found The Fifth Element on Netflix today. I started watching and got to the part with Ruby Rod and thought, this seems familiar somehow.
Yep. I would do that. Would totally do that.
This is just a thinner, blacker Jared.
Had you never seen The Fifth Element before?
No, I've seen it. It's just,
okay.
I haven't seen it in ages.
Dear listener, whenever this is appearing as Franken content, if you've never seen The Fifth Element, drop what you're doing right now and go watch it. It's amazing, but also bad in certain parts and ways. Like, it's very cheesy in lots of places. It's over the top, but it's got amazing Bruce Willis before he got old and grumpy and just didn't seem to care about what he was doing anymore.
To be
Although
fair, he is rather grumpy.
Yeah, his character's pretty grumpy. But,
I was about to say, wait a minute.
But he's still playing a character instead of just being Bruce Willis as a grumpy old bastard. It's very good. Very good. Multipass. Now I want to watch Fifth Element. I wanted to watch Jurassic Park earlier. Now I want to watch Fifth Element.
The good Jurassic Park?
Well, I mean, when I say Jurassic Park, I just mean the original Jurassic Park.
Also the good one. All right.
Yeah. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Of course, then you have to listen to the Weird Al song, Jurassic Park.
And listen to that later. First, I'll get the out of my head.
You know, whenever you do the Jurassic Park theme, in my head, I see No Man's Sky footage.
That weird, like, stumpy T-Rex looking thing. It's like the harmonica. Yeah.
The melodica. And that's purposely off key.
Yeah. Well, I'm not purposefully off key, but I know I am off key, so I'm just bad.
You got nothing, no body, no substance, no anything.
Oh. Corbin Dallas. Okay. All right. Let's get this party started. Even though we're probably going to wind up doing a shorter recording, it's going to be the regular time when we quit at this rate. Dash my dreams of an early bedtime to get extra rest because for whatever reason I'm tired.
I for one blame Hitler.
Oh, God. Yep, that's something else I want to go watch. It had very briefly been pushed out of my mind, but I'm still waiting to get that text from Katie. Why did you put something about Hitler on our watch list on Netflix? Actually, she might not ask, because I do watch a lot of documentaries and historical stuff, and Nazis and Hitler and things have been up there before, so she might just think it's one of those.
Yeah, but with the title, Look Who's Back?
I wouldn't surprise it if that just went completely past her. She would not be interested in anything historical. And if she thinks it's historical, she'd probably just breeze on past it. I don't know. I'll report back if she asks me about the Hitler movie.
Okay. I think I got everything set up on my side.
Okay. What am I? Okay, there's my. I was like, where'd my mouse cursor go? But I found it.
It's on the screen.
Yes, it is. Ready to record in 3, 2, 1. Record into the sync. 3,
2,
1. Sync.
I think my volume's a little on the low side, so let's boost that up.
Pump it louder. Pump it louder.
Okay, there we go. That looks better-ish. So I can minimize that. Oh,
sweet. Adjust in my chair. Take a drink. Game face?
Game face. Multipass.
Multipass.
Yeah, I think I'm fighting off my allergies, and I think I'm slowly losing. Maybe that's my problem tonight.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like I'm losing all the time to my allergies because I am.
Yeah, if you have an allergy to everything, at what point did you just say, the doctor asked you, okay, what's your allergies? And you just say, yes.
Already. I do that now.
I did see a thing about insulin maybe going down in price.
Well, that would be good. That would make me happy.
Hey, look at it this way. You won't have to sell a kidney because your pancreas died.
Well, my kidneys are fine. My kidneys are above average, so I could lose one and still be okay.
Hey, we can part you out.
Woo!
Better be thankful you're not in my RimWorld series.
Yeah.
I would have parted you out ages ago at this point.
At least my pain and suffering would be over.
Much like this podcast.
Indeed. Bye-bye.
See ya. Very short outro babble.
All right, and this is episode 148.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a voice is wanting to go on me.
That is A-okay. My eyelids are going down over my eyes repeatedly.
Go the fuck to sleep.
That is what I'm going to do, sir. First, I'm going to send Craig away. Don't want to forget and leave him again. Good night, Greg. Hello, Greg.
Hello, Craig.
All right, gotta dusty up the topics list. Oh, I almost forgot to change the date. Date change. There we go. Alrighty.
I'm just doing a quick recording to make sure the drive is spinning. And also would help to check my levels. Those actually look pretty good.
Yeah, you sound okay. You sound like you're supposed to, as far as I can tell.
As far as you know.
As far as I know. All right.
Are
you
attitude?
No, my attitude. The best attitude. But, are you ready?
Yeah, hang on. Well, since I inflicted on myself, I should get the cards of utter boredom ready. What?
The cards of utter boredom. Nice.
Yeah, I did decide on a name for the decision-making dice. Or dice, or die.
Okay, what is it?
The die of ill-informed choice.
I like that too. I think the coin of decision making is my favorite, though.
Yeah, but see, the coin of decision-making is when I've made some sort of informed decision. But I can't decide between two. That's something I should look out for my next thrifting adventures. A pair of nice dice, maybe some metal ones, some nice crafting on them. Or just go to a game shop.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of dice that I got for... Was it Christmas this last year? That are all very nice. I'm not sure what they're made out of. I don't think it's like marble or anything like that, but it looks a lot like marble. They don't look or feel plasticky. I'm pretty sure it's not anything like ivory either. Like, that would be ridiculously expensive. I'm pretty sure these
And
were not
illegal.
that expensive. Yeah, and illegal. But they're just very nice die. And, you got your D6. You got your
So you're saying they're to die for?
They are to die for. But they go all the way from D3 to D20, I believe. And I need to get a D100, but that's the only one I'm missing.
You see, this die, it goes to 100.
Nice. They go up to 11. Up to 11. Anyways. I was trying to remember the exact line, but it's fine. Anyways.
Well, why don't you just make the dice one louder?
Oh, thank you. Okie dokie. Are you ready to record?
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet. In 3, 2, 1, record. And for the sync, 3,
2,
1,
sync. Oh, I was way early.
Actually, I was a little late looking at my recording.
Also, it's your fault.
Yeah, it was my fault.
Fake
It was
count.
about 1.25 seconds instead of 1 second. I anticipated it too much. I thought about it too much and it got me. I should have just done it.
Fake count.
This should not be that funny. But it got me. You got me. Pow, right in the kiss. All right.
Fake count, no sequence.
Oh, I'm glad I kept that in as I was drinking tea. I smell like warm tea at this point. It's not hot, but I still would not have wanted to spray that across my monitor.
Even though it would have been hilarious if I got that one.
Indeed. All right. Game face.
Yeah, Crazy Bernie, he's the one that counts.
Oh.